So you're thinking about moving to Bryan-College Station? Well, I think that's a great idea. Today, I want to share with you where my top places would be to choose to live in Bryan-College Station. There are many places here that are amazing to live at. What I'm going to share with you is more affordability and what the place has to offer. Make sure to stick around. I want to share with you the last one that is going to be slightly different than the rest that I share. These aren't going to be in any order. My top places that I would advise you on when making a decision to move to Bryan-College Station, that these are a good choice. If this is your first time to the channel, please make sure and like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything that's happening in Bryan-College Station. My name is Adam Edrington, and both my wife Michelle and I have lived in the area for over 30 years. And every day we help people just like you buy or sell their home in Bryan-College Station. No matter where you're at in the process, whether the beginning, the middle, or the end, we'd love to connect, help strategize, and see what it takes for you to take your next step. Excited to bring this one to you today. I'm going to show you around different areas around town. The main focus of today is to share with you, if you're coming to me as your real estate advisor, where would I advise you that is a good decision, a good choice, or where would I make my own personal decision, a great place to live, and we'll get to that one. But all of these have great characteristics. They're in really good locations, amenities, everything. I'm going to talk about the amenities, talk about the location, and why I choose these areas. Now, one common factor that they're going to all have is affordability. In today's time, it is, affordability has changed. And affordability is different for everybody, but I'm keeping these neighborhoods around the 500 to 600K range is where you could get in to any of these neighborhoods that I'm talking about today. When we first talk about the no-brainers in the area, right? And you have your big three. Indian Lakes, which everybody would love to be in Indian Lakes. Neighborhood development in Southern College Station has its own private lake, acreage estates, heavily wooded, mature trees. An amazing area to live in, especially now that everything's grown over the years. Indian Lakes used to be away from everything. Now it's not that far to get to your favorite restaurants or HEB. Then you have Williams Creek, which isn't that far. It's on the other side of Highway 6, but not too far from Indian Lakes. Williams Creek is another area that is acreage estates. If you want privacy and you want that just private field, big lots, all of that, Williams Creek is an amazing area. You're looking in the 800 to million range. Same thing with Indian Lakes. If that's your affordability, that's awesome. And then your last one that is obviously a no-brainer in this area is Traditions. That one's in Bryan. The first two are in College Station. Traditions is going to be the one in Bryan. A lot of Aggie alumni live there. It has its own private golf course, country club, around a lot of shopping centers. I actually have a listing there that you want to check out. Slightly under 3 million, listed by Gabe Bach and Bach Realty Group. Awesome house. Make sure and check that video out. It's where the ultra rich live. Enough of the ones that are no-brainers. Let's jump into where I feel are my top 5. Well, I don't even want to give them a top 5 because I don't want to rank them, right? They all have their different pros to them and cons, but we're not going to do a pros and cons. We're going to just talk about the area and why I recommend them. We're first going to speak about Pebble Creek. Done a video on Pebble Creek too, so you can go watch that. But Pebble Creek was one of the first neighborhoods in Southern College Station. In the 1990s, that's when it started, groundbreaking, and then the golf course was created in 1992. So as a private golf course. Now, if you live there, you can get a social membership, or you don't have to live there to get a social membership. You can get one regardless, but it does have a clubhouse, has tennis courts, swimming pool, awesome amenities, awesome trails, still being developed today. There's actually another phase being developed today, but in there, you're gonna have, mature trees. In this area, when you have an opportunity to live in a neighborhood, mature trees, it feels like home, instead of a brand new developing area that the trees are 6 feet, 7 feet tall, and it's hardly any shade anywhere. Pebble Creek and its proximity in Southern College Station. You're about an hour, 10 minutes to Houston. You're in Southern College Station. Takes you about 5 minutes to get to Highway 6, and then you can zip to anywhere. Great restaurants in Southern College Station: Gringo's, Saltgrass, Tad's, 1860 Italia, Uncorked, Marfa's. All of the food you could ever want, very close to you. I would rank them very high. Pebble Creek always delivers. Awesome place to set roots in, especially if you're not from here and you really want to feel what it's like to live and feel the area. Pebble Creek is a great choice. The next one I would say is going to be Oakmont. Now this one is in Bryan, pretty much right on the line of College Station and Bryan. A neighborhood that started development in 2017. Given the location in town, it literally is right on the line. I can't think of a better location to be in, where you go right and you have everything Bryan has to offer. You go left, you have everything Southern College Station has to offer. You go straight down University, now you're in the heartbeat of town, and they lead you right into Century Square, which is one of the most popular places in town to go for entertainment, food, and just to hang out. They have live music there, pretty awesome place. But Oakmont itself, this is an area you can get in for 500 to 600K. They have new builds. They're continuing to develop. Amenity center, it is beautiful. They have 2 pools, pickleball courts, trails, spacious lots. Now they're not going to be, half an acre or a third of an acre, but you're not stacked on top of each other. And to me, that's important. You never want to feel like you can reach over and touch your neighbor's wall. It was designed very well. And again, this is another neighborhood that you'll see a theme here of the location in town. That makes a huge difference. In all of these neighborhoods that I'm talking about, please reach out. We can check about the schools and the zoning and things like that. Schools here rated very high. I can share all that information with you if you're interested in what schools these are all zoned to. The Oakmont, it basically backs up to Copperfield, which is a older neighborhood. I think started probably in the 90s. The Copperfield feeds into, I didn't mention them in the beginning, but one of the most premier neighborhoods that Bryan has to offer in Miramont. Now Miramont, that's a very high-end place to live. So again, we're talking about affordability here, and these are the neighborhoods I would recommend for affordability. But please check out Miramont if you want to see something spectacular. It's a beautiful area. Oakmont, if you want to be in the middle of everything, that would be my recommendation for you. All right, next one. I'm a little biased to this one, but Castlegate 1 and Castlegate 2. To me, they're one and the same. I've spent about half of the time I've lived in this area in Castlegate 2. I love this area. I love this neighborhood. I run the trails, run the streets daily. I can tell you how many miles I've ran in this neighborhood alone, but there's a slight difference, but they flow right into one another. Castlegate 1 was started in 2001. I sold the very last lot a year ago, right there at the entrance, which an upcoming video is going to be the builder who's building on that awesome home. I've been watching it from the ground up. I'll be excited to share that one with you when it's ready. But again, Southern College Station, but we're on the west side of Highway 6. Pebble Creek's on the east side of Highway 6. So we're pretty much around the same thing that I mentioned with Pebble Creek. All the restaurants, HEB, all the things. Don't need to repeat myself, but neighborhood itself is very just friendly. You can walk the trails, everybody waves to everybody. There's kids out always either fishing in the tank that is in the front of Castlegate 2 or the back of Castlegate 1. Those are kind of side by side. Everybody's walking their dog, and it's just a easy place to live is the best way I can describe it. And you're also close proximity to many schools. If that's a pro for you, then by all means, this is going to be the neighborhood you want to check out. This one has many different affordability ranges. There's homes in Castlegate that you can get in the 300K range. You can go all the way up to 800K. So in Castlegate 2, Castlegate 1 has a basketball court and tennis courts, a playground, walking trails. That's about what Castlegate has as far as their amenities. In Castlegate 2, you have the swimming pool, you have an event center that can be rented out. It's very affordable if you want to rent that out. And it has an outdoor gym, which I say gym, but 2 pull-up stations, a body row station, and a push-up station. So if you're like me and you like just the simple stuff to work out, you're gonna love that outdoor part. Both of them, to me, I see it as one big neighborhood, one big community. It's a very popular area. The market here in that neighborhood, in our neighborhood, is very healthy. Things turn over, they move. Last I looked, it's like 2 months of inventory, if that. Still a very strong area that people seek out. And there is 1 lot left in Castlegate 2. Now you also have Brewster Point, which connects to Castlegate 2. Again, you get the feel of the neighborhood in Brewster Point. There's some new builds over there that you definitely want to check out if a new build is something you want to get into. I've done videos of Brewster Point, so you want to check that out. If you're looking for just a nice, affordable, family-filled neighborhood to set some roots down, Castlegate 1 or 2 should be very high on your list. Okay, we've covered some really good neighborhoods. Even if you were to stop there, you have enough to look through and you'd be making a very wise choice when it comes to this area. I have a few more for you. Next one is going to be an older neighborhood in Southern College Station, Nantucket. Now, Nantucket was started in 1988, older neighborhood. And this used to be the neighborhood to be in. I mean, this was before I even moved here. This is a different feel. Now, all the other ones were going after amenities and neighborhood kind of community feel. This one has the community feel, but these are on acreage lots, 1 to 5 acres. You have like a rural feel to it within the city limits. So very peaceful, almost like the Indian Lakes feel I was talking about, but different affordability when you go to Nantucket. They also have a huge lake that you can go in and fish, catch and release, but kids love it. It's very peaceful. Helped a few clients move out there and they just adore it. So if you're one looking for privacy, looking for some space, spread your wings and let the kids run around, you can find a nice resale there. Probably going to be upgraded by now. And then there's another phase of Nantucket that was built a little sooner. Started in the 2000s. Gives you a little upgraded home, but smaller lots. If you're looking for space, my recommendation, affordability, would be Nantucket. Now, again, it's not a top 5 countdown, not trying to do that. Just trying to share insight on top areas. In my opinion, if I were choosing to move here from an outside place and I knew nothing about this place, about Bryan-College Station, last one, really no secret if you follow my channel, because it was the very first video I ever did. Mission Ranch is by far one of the best master plan communities that I've seen developed in this area. I mean, it has it all. 2019 is when that started. When you drive through Mission Ranch, it to me feels like you're not in College Station. I can't really explain where it makes me feel. I've lived in 8 different places before I lived here, but it feels like a bigger city, very peaceful area to drive through. But it just feels like it was picked up from another location, probably from the hill country, and just plopped down. Just love the vibe that I get going through there. And it has everything to offer, right? There's many different pockets to Mission Ranch. The amenity center, you just really can't match around here. The clubhouse is beautiful, has a gym inside, has an event center that just everybody, wants to hold events there. Has a neighborhood lifestyle director that helps keep the community together. Their whole goal was to build a community, a neighborhood with just community feel, bring everybody together. You don't see that many neighborhoods to where they try to bring them all together. It has an amazing pool, one that your kids are going to beg you to go to every single day of summer, or if you live here, it's many days after summer, it's still warm. Walking trails, pickleball courts. I know some of the same amenities keep popping up in these neighborhoods, but this one takes the cake. And it has a big body of water right at the front. You can canoe in it. That's just relaxing. You can get in at around 500K. Maybe you can spend as much as you want if you're going to Mission Ranch. The most popular place to set roots in, start a family in. You're not going to go wrong if you choose Mission Ranch. Anytime I'm working with a client and a buyer and they are looking at Mission Ranch, I get excited to go do those showings. Again, not ranking at number 1, but it is very high on the list. And those are the 5 that I would recommend in no particular order if you're looking to relocate here. So again, there's many different areas here. There are other neighborhoods that I did not get to that I'll be more than happy to share with and answer questions that you have about them. But what this means for you is that if you're looking in this area, we have many options of amazing neighborhoods for you to choose from. Location, price, condition. Those are the 3 main things that go into deciding where to buy, right? Location, I just took care of that for you. Those locations, not gonna go wrong. So we can start there. Any more areas that you'd like to know about, please reach out to my wife and I. We'd love to connect with you. Love to show you around the area, talk to you, and help you make that decision. Maybe not these 5. Maybe it's somewhere else that you're interested in. Maybe you want acreage estates in Bryan. We got you. So I'll leave you with this last question. Are you ready to take your next step?